Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to change the rear springs or the rear coils on my mum's Vauxhall Astra. It failed the MOT, which anyone in the UK knows. The MOT is a yearly test that cars need to go through just to make sure they're roadworthy. This car failed the MOT because of the coils, so I'm going to change them over. So let's go. Okay, so I've just taken the back wheel off. You can see the spring or the coil just here is the shock. It's all been jacked up. All I need to do is just remove this one nut on the bottom of the shock here, and then this whole arm will be able to drop and I'll be able to just pull the spring out from underneath. So I'm just going to undo this one nut. It's an E20. It's like a star. There we go, just like that. That's off. Now this should all be springy, that we'll be able to pull the spring out. Okay, so the shock has literally just fallen out on its own. I've just undone the other side, so I need to replace both sides. And the shocks have literally just fallen out themselves. And let me climb under here a bit. There you go. They're all loose, these are just pull out. They're on a kind of little stopper thing there, just need to pull it up over that and then push the new springs in. Okay, so here's the old shock, and if you look here you can now see why it failed. It completely snapped off. Still got the last bit of the spring on the rubber there. It's just completely sheared off. That's why it failed. But like I say, if you replace one side you need to replace both. So I'm just going to transfer these rubbers. These just pull off. They just pull out. I'm just going to put these old rubbers on the new springs. So there we have it, two nice new springs with the same rubber mounts, and then the pair of old ones with the broken piece. You got these holes on the tops and in the bottoms of the mounts. You can see where they're placed. You've got one mounting point there, and then I don't know if you can see that on the camera, another one there. So they just sit in there. I've got a trolley jack here because on this torsion bar underneath I'm going to need to raise the bar up, that underneath there, so I can raise this bar up so that it'll then clamp. You can see just there one of the mounting points on the other side. Put the spring in, it'll clamp the springs and hold them in place, so I can then put the nuts in on the bottoms of the shocks. It'll just hold everything into place. Okay, so I've just sat the springs on the bottom holds. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap to put the top ones in, and they're just going to flop around. I'm not going to be able to put this nut in here. Also, if you look around here, shimmy around, none of this is going to line up either to put the bolt in, so I'm going to need to raise this bar to line up the holes on the shock for the nut as well. So I've got my trolley jack on the, I think it's called the torsion beam or torsion bar, holds like the axle kind of thing. So I'm just going to jack that up a little bit. Make sure this would be so much easier if I had a ramp. There we go, they're fitting in nicely now. both sides. So I'll just jack it up a little bit. You can just see now that they're seating and housing nicely in there now. Yep, that looks good. Just need to adjust this bar up and down so that the, like I say, the bolts can fit in. Right, and there we have it. I've just jacked it up a little bit, just enough that I can now get that bolt in. Just go and check the other side. Right, where's the nut? I don't know if you can see there. There's the nut. Needs to line up into there. There you go, you can see it lines up. I can't do it while holding the camera, but I've jacked it up enough that that lines up now. So I could just screw that straight in. And there you have it. Bolt back in. Nice new spring. If you ever need to change the shock, it's exactly the same. You just got one more nut up the top here and the whole shock will come out. The front is a whole different thing, but if you don't need to change the rears, it's simple, just 2 bolts. And that's it. So put the wheel back on. Okay, and that's it. The garage quoted about £260 to do this work. I managed to buy the springs £42 each, so 84 quid. That's less than half price, and it took me just under an hour, and that's including all messing around with the camera and all that. But I could have probably done it in, I don't know, half hour. It's really quick and easy, a lot easier than I was expecting. Even taking the nuts off, I was expecting to have to use WD-40, you know, fluid or whatever on it to loosen it, but they just come straight off. It's probably the easiest job I've done on a car. I wasn't looking forward to it because I wasn't quite sure how easy it'd be, but if you've got to change your rear springs and they're not wrapped around the shocks like some cars are, it is easy. I've done it with basic tools. Apart from having to buy that little E20 socket, I had to buy those because I only had normal socket set. I bought the whole set. That was only 20 quid as well. So yeah, it's definitely a lot cheaper to buy the parts and do the work yourself if you can, which is what I always try and do. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. So like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers guys, bye bye.